Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Mr. J video, and I do apologize, in the last video I forgot to introduce myself. So my name is Mr. J, you can call me MJ or you can call me J. But you know, it's up to you. I don't really care. Alrighty, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So let's go ahead and start. First of all, you're gonna go ahead and start opening with your bully directory. Let's go ahead and do that. You're gonna go ahead and look for your bully directory, pull it up, open up that, and we are going to open up the stat. And you're gonna need Notepad++, link in the description below, so you don't have to go ahead and look for that. Okay, so a couple of things that we're gonna go ahead and go through. Some of them we're gonna cover, not all of them, but this is basically just the start. If you want to go ahead and experiment with some of these, go ahead, but nothing really bad is gonna happen, you know. You can always just have a backup, so you can just go ahead and experiment. I'm just here to cover a couple of things. This is probably gonna be a part 1 part 2 series, since there is a lot to do. Okay. So first of all is going to be the ped's name. So this can be unique. Once this is changed here, you're gonna have to change this in the hex editing editor, so that, you know, it's gonna be able to pick up the stat that you just made. Yes, you're gonna be able to, you can also create new stats, you know, so this is the whole reason for the video. Now this is basically B. We're just gonna go with the letters because I don't want to fucking read everything. So B, this is basically them, whether they're gonna pick up items or not. C, this one means that likelihood of dropping items. So, and this is depending on how much you put. So basically you can put in 100, you can put in 50, and same goes for the others. So this is the likelihood of them dropping items, whether that be a soda can, eggs, you know, their weapon, whatever. Basically, this is going to be vision. This is around them. If you put 360, they're going to have 360 vision around them. This is going to be in range in meters, so this is going to be in front of them, and that's all. Max health. Now this depends on how much health you want the character to have. If you want to have 650, you can go ahead and put that in there. You can, if you want to go ahead and give them 800 health, you just go ahead and put that in there. G, this is going to be health regeneration. Let's see, percentage of maximum. Yeah, so this is going to be health regeneration. The higher that you put in, the faster the regeneration goes. Fear is going to be them running away from a bully, running away from something scary, you know. Chicken is basically going to be the chance of tattletaling or yelling for help. You can also put this on bosses. They sometimes yell for their teammates, sometimes they don't. Attack frequency, this is them just pretty much attacking a lot. Bike attack frequency, this is them, I don't know whether if this is them actually attacking people on bikes or while they're on a bike, but you can go ahead and experiment for that. Okay. Projectile accuracy, so this is them basically how accurate they are to use their weapons, how much they're going to use said weapons, projectile weapons, how likely they are to block, so they're going to be blocking, you know. Evade, how likely they are to evade. Aggression. Okay, so this is them, the higher this is, the more that they're going to be bullying people, and them being aggressive, so how likely they are to initiate the fight and how likely they are to continue it. Criminality, so this means that they're going to be doing some really bad shit, or bad stuff, sorry. Demonetized. But this is them going to basically throw eggs at the dorms, throw eggs at people, what's this called? They're going to be spraying on the walls, you know, just doing some bad stuff. Sprint meter, this is them basically how long are they going to go ahead and sprint. Class, this is the type of, sorry, that annoys me. This is the character that basically, it depends on whatever you put. So let me explain. There is a generic character, I don't know what they do. Range, this is basically them just wanting to fight more with range. Striker, this is them just wanting to punch, you know, they just use their hands. Melee is kind of the same thing, I assume, I don't really know. And then Grappler. These guys like to grapple a lot. So their fighting style is that they like to grapple a lot. So that's basically what that is. So where were we? Character class. Preferred combat zone. Sorry. English is not my first language. Okay. Anyways. So 0 is going to be short. 1 is going to be medium. 2 is going to be long. Now what does this mean? This means that when they are fighting someone with a group, this is where they like to be at. So medium, they like to be in short distance, so they like to be in their face. First, they like to be in the medium area, so not too close, not too far. 2 is going to be far. So this is the one that range wants to be in. This one, I don't really know what this does, so I'm not going to go into it. Excuse me. Animation speed factor. So this basically means how fast the character is going to move. And I believe that you guys already saw this like in my V1 video when I was messing around with the stats. I did it for Ted. I accidentally made him very slow. So yeah, that's basically kind of what I did. I messed up, but yeah. Zone promote, not really sure what that is. Special meter, not really sure what that is. Special points, not really sure what that is. Bike cruise speed, so this is basically how fast they're gonna cruise. You know, low and slow. They're gonna be able to chill. Depends on how much you go ahead and put in that. Top speed means that they're gonna go ahead and, you know, what is their top speed on the bike. Weight speed, not really sure what that is. Flee distance, this is when you throw eggs at them or whenever you do something or when someone does something and they run away. So how fast they run away. Distance catch up, now this is basically them being able to catch up to you really quickly on races. Or they're just really angry at you and they want to catch you. Weight distance, not really sure what that is. Bike projectile usage. And this basically means how willing they are or how many times do they actually use the projectile to actually attack you with, you know, because they have weapons, projectile weapons, you know, things that you can throw, how likely they are to use those. So the higher this is, the more that they're gonna do that. They're gonna keep throwing eggs at you, so fucking run. Damage scale, I don't really know what that is. Dive probability, I'm assuming this is them in the middle of a fight where they just dive randomly, so that's basically what that is. Tenacity, this is them, how tough it indicates them to be knocked off the bike. Okay, so it depends on like how high this is, kind of like how Johnny was in the boss fight where you couldn't knock him off at all no matter how many times you hit him, where you needed the magnet. So that's basically what it is. Evasion, this is pretty much like the preppies. Actually, where is it? Yeah, there, here we go. Actually, this is for the preppies. I don't know what this is for, so we're gonna ignore that, but you can go ahead and experiment with that if you would like. Bike flee, this is basically bike flee speed, sorry. This is basically them running away. Follow, catch up, you know, we already covered out all of that. We don't have to go into that. Grapple 1 reversal, this is strikes. So this is basically kind of like a strike grapple. I don't think you guys know what that looks like, but it's like the jocks whenever they tackle someone, you know, it's a grapple. It turns into a grapple. It's a strike that turns into a grapple. This one is basically just the grapples, you know, just walking up and just holding them. Yeah, that's basically what the grapple is. Now, the higher that these two are, the greater the reversal is going to be. Okay? That's basically what that is. Now, night weapon. Some of the characters can actually have weapons, but this is going to be over here. We're going to go ahead and talk about that later. Night weapon, this basically shows that a weapon just pops up whenever nighttime comes. So you can put a weapon, you just put in the name of the weapon, and basically it's going to appear at nighttime. Okay? Name of the bike, model. So there are a couple of bikes, I believe. Yeah, there you go. I think these are all of the names of the bikes. But if the ped cannot ride a bike, just put in none. Okay, just right there. If the ped can't ride any bike, just put none. Okay, yeah. Likelihood of having a weapon. Okay, so this depends on all of these. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover these. So weapon slot, this means that you're gonna go ahead and put the name of the weapon there. Ammo, I've never seen this come into play because NPCs always have like ammo for weapons for some reason. Like they never run out of ammo, so you're never gonna have to touch this. You're never gonna have to touch this as well. I've never had to mess with this at all. This one, yes, you're gonna have to mess with this depending on whether you want the ped to have that weapon after a specific mission. So I will kind of try to teach you guys this in part 2. Maybe I won't need to do a part 2. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Type of melee. Okay, so this is the same thing. I'm gonna cover that like after this. Okay, these are all the same thing. I'll just go ahead and explain to you later. Okay. Stun resistance. So this basically means how likely they are to be stunned. The higher this is, the higher that they are able to be stunned, to get knocked down or whatever. Okay, sorry, no, this is knocked down. So this indicates the ped being able to be knocked down or not. 0 means no. Yes. 1 means yes. That means that they can get knocked down. This means that they can't. Percentage of the health that the ped can be humiliated. So this, if you put this at 100%, that means that the ped can be humiliated at his full health. Basically, kind of like the nerds, they can be humiliated even without taking damage. So that's what that means. Well, in combat. Okay. Alrighty, so now that we went ahead and covered all of that, let's see how you can pretty much edit these. The way that... Oh, what have I done? Nothing. I haven't done anything. False alarm. Alrighty, so with the way that you're going to be able to edit these is basically just knowing your ABCs. So, like I said, name of the ped is going to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so for example, if you're looking for what's this called, J, attack frequency, you know, you're gonna be able to go A, B, C, or sorry, okay, here, let's let's start over again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So this is the attack frequency. You're going to be able to change that to, right now it's at 30%. We're going to go ahead and change that to 100%, you know, 30%. I don't think you can go higher than 100, but I'm pretty sure you can. But yeah, that's basically how you're going to be able to find these things. Now, mostly everything else you can pretty much do on your own. This basically, I'm gonna cover the types of characters now. Let's see, character class, I believe it is. Yeah, character class. So character class, this honestly, I don't really know what that does, but this works better with some of the bosses that I've noticed that have been breaking. Now, if you put this over Darby, his boss style starts working pretty better. So that's basically what that is. I don't really know what else it does. Range basically means that a character is more likely to use range attacks. So since Ernest is at range, he's basically going to use more ranged attacks. Striker means that they're going to be up in your face, and they like to just be up in your face. Melee, I'm pretty sure this means that it's going to be a melee character, which they like using weapons, you know. Ranged, you know, same. Where is the grapplers? Okay. Grapplers are the ones that like to be able to use grapples on you. They're gonna be able to, like, you know, hold you, kind of like the jocks where they jump and tackle, you know, that they just like to use a lot more grapples. Now, for example, if you did this, someone who is a striker, if you did that, change them to a grappler, they're gonna change into a grappler. Their character is gonna grapple a lot more. So, you know, you're gonna be able to see that a lot if you go ahead and experiment with it. Now, let's go ahead and go with these weapons, because I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna want to put weapons on certain characters. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see. Yeah, I know it looks very confusing, it does, but what you're gonna want to do, if you're really confused, let's see, likelihood of having a weapon. So we're gonna go to AT. AT, I already remember what AT is at. This. Is this? Who is this? Now let's go for Ernest. There we go. So Ernest has a 35% chance of spawning with a weapon. Now that weapon is a spud gun. He has a spud gun. I forgot to give him the other weapons. Well, I don't really want to give him the other weapons. The spud gun, basically has ammo for it, and this. So chapter 4 mission 3. After chapter 4 mission 3, he's going to have access to his spud gun. That's basically what this is. So this is int. Okay, now if you change that, you can also see it here. Chapter 2, mission 1, I believe this is. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's chapter 1. I don't know. But I went ahead and did this a very long time ago. So yeah. The other nerds have 25% chances. They have their bottle rockets, you know. Cherry bomb. This is what a cherry bomb looks like. What else should I cover in this video? Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and see about changing a stat. Okay, so let's go ahead and go with an example. Let's do... Where is he? Grappler A. Okay, here we go. So, for example, if you want to create a new stat, this is how you're going to do it. You basically go ahead and copy this, okay? You copy this stat, this whole stat, everything. You're going to copy the whole line. Control C, and then you do Control V right there. So there's another stat. Now, this stat is going to do the same thing with the other one until you start changing things at the very bottom. Okay, but what we're going to do is that we're gonna put let's do C, like there, grappler C. So we just basically just change that. That's it, nothing really too special there. And then you can go ahead and change whatever you want in this stat. If you wanted to change everything here, you're going to be able to go ahead and do that. And if you want to put this stat on a certain character, what you're going to do is you're going to hit save. Okay, so now that stat has been saved there. Example that you went ahead and changed a couple of things. You wanted this character to have 1,000 health, something like that, 1,000,000 health, whatever you want. You're going to go ahead and save that there. From there, now open this up. Oh, sorry. Objects, and then IMG. Hex editor. Yes, we're gonna open that up. Okay, so from here, as soon as you see the stat C, or grappler, okay, wait, it was stat grappler N. Okay, you see that it's N. That was the last one that we removed. I changed it to a C. So the moment that you go ahead and change this to a C, or sorry, Control C, this is the stat that will be picked up when you start the game. And that's basically how you what you gotta do to be able to go ahead and change the stats. Well, I don't think I needed to make a second video for this. If you guys want me to go ahead and make a second video, go ahead and link it. Go ahead and say it in the comments down below. But with that being said, pretty much that's all that you gotta do, man. Go ahead and change the stats. Alrighty, so I forgot to mention this is going to be very important because if you do not do this, this is going to crash your game a lot. So, for example, if you guys put in a stat for, let's go ahead and do Johnny again, since he's the easiest one to go to. If you guys go ahead and change a stat for some reason, let's say that you gave Johnny way more health and there's a different Johnny. If you went ahead and changed Johnny's last letter, so you did that, and you have a stat in here that has Johnny's, you know, last letter. So let's say, for example, you had another stat over here. Like that. So let's say that you were trying to go ahead and edit a stat and you did not change the last letter. Now, because you did not change the last letter, the game cannot pick up the stats, which will cause your game to break. So just a warning in advance. If your game keeps crashing, go ahead and check on the last stat you just went ahead and changed. Make sure that they compare. Make sure that this whole thing, this, compares to this. Okay? You want to go ahead and change the last thing as well. Now that that is the same, you can go ahead and save, and pretty much that's all you need doing. Alrighty, but with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you have reached the end of the video. I wanted to go ahead and thank you guys for watching this video again. Comment down below in the description what you don't understand, what you do understand. I don't think I'm going to be needing to make a part 2, but like and subscribe. Enjoy the I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.